Right, so episode 1 of the Only Fools and Racing podcast, brought to you live from Hixy's trailer, who's on a healthy drink there. Where are we today? We're at Donington, Saturday evening, episode 1 of the podcast. What's the agenda, Jim?
Well, we haven't really thought of that yet. I think we're flying. We're basically just going to make it up as we go along. I think for the first pod, because you haven't given me time to actually.
What should we talk about the agenda for the agenda? Let's get the agenda going for the agenda.
Let's do that.
So first on the agenda is location. Well done. Second on the agenda is.
Well, Zach stacked it today, so we can talk about that.
Was it today or yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
I stacked it this weekend. We can talk about that.
So this is our Zach Shelton in the sport bike class, riding number 17 Aprilia RS 660. Zach, do you want to tell us how it went yesterday?
Yesterday felt alright.
You're not on stage at fan merch now. Just relax. Just chill. Just relax.
Imagine that thing out there.
Don't be all corporate. Everybody's seen you arguing on Facebook. Our Facebook page, SMT Racing, some good arguments on there. Click on them.
Let me relax and
Go on, take a swig of water.
So was it Al that caused it yesterday, or?
No, this time.
Yesterday was alright. It was just I went out just to try and get a toe off Coops. I was waiting for him to come past, and she had just a really weird crash at Cranes and decked it.
Was it low side, high side?
Low side. So I took the front going in.
Right.
So I was already in halfway through the corner, and then 1 minute I was waiting for Coops to come past me. The next, I was just looking at my bike bouncing over the rumble strip, and my arse was getting really hot.
So when you come down Craners, it's right, then left. At which part did you lose it?
So on the left.
Right.
So obviously
the compression at the bottom of the helmet.
Yeah, pretty much just there. Yeah.
If you can lose it anywhere in the Craners, it's going to be there.
Yeah,
right. It's not a spot to
a
lose
nice
it.
place to crash that. But luckily, well, obviously the bike wasn't too bad. The bike didn't flip, didn't roll. It just slid, ripped the fairings to bits, obviously. But yeah, for a crash at Craners, it was okay.
Got off light.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Fair enough.
So elaborate a little. When you say it was weird, what was weird about it?
So it's like.
Well, what happened was, right, he was riding his bike and he had his cock out. Right.
10 press ups. 10 press ups.
No, the word cock isn't swearing. It's also a bird. Could have been talking about a bird. Right.
Was it a cock that caused the crash instead of an owl this weekend? A random chicken just appeared on the track.
Random male chicken.
Pheasant.
Right. Yeah, go on.
I forgot what I was saying now.
The weirdness of the crash, how it actually occurred.
Just because I was off pitch, I just literally come out of the pitch, just spoke to the dad. I just come out of the pitch. Obviously, I knew Coops was on his way, so I was literally like waiting for him to come past me. I wasn't pushing. I'd been pushing down into that corner beforehand. No moments whatsoever. I felt good. So the fact that I was off pace and then I'd just crashed was like twice as bad. For almost like my confidence, do you know what I mean?
Right.
If I was really pushing and I've crashed, it's because I'm pushing, but I wasn't, and I've crashed. Do you know what I mean?
So something of a phantom crash. Then.
Yeah,
right.
Proper weird.
But on a serious note though, since I can't see him by the way, I'm just looking at the corner of a wall. But since you had that crash and you've spoke to a good few people about it, separately they've all come up with the same conclusion, that with Craners, if you're not pushing through there and you're just coasting, you will tuck the front.
Right.
As weird as that sounds, and that's 2 superbike riders that have said that to us today.
It does sort of make sense as well because of the wind that we had yesterday. To be fair, it wasn't as bad yesterday, but I can see being off pace with the wind that was there, how it would have washed out. It was just so weird how it happened. I was just on my knee, going through, and then it's literally just like it was a cold tyre. It just slid away from me. I was just so confused, and obviously it was a completely almost unavoidable crash. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't.
Right.
I wasn't gaining anything at the time.
So favourite and least favourite corners at this track then?
My favourite's I don't like Melbourne, but I like braking going into it. I love like just trying to brake really late.
Yeah.
And either having the back wheel up in the air or having it sideways. And then my least favourite corner's probably Goddard's. It's just such.
It looks like a bit of a pig because it kind of just like it washes out on you, like it drops off a little bit.
Yeah, it drops off and the bike always bounces around it, but everyone's does it. Nothing to do with the
Do you know what I
bike.
don't like about this track? That there's no urinals in the boys' toilets, there's just toilets. So if you've got 2 blocks,
Random.
no matter what time of day you go there, you feel like a woman because there's just a fucking queue. And you go in there, you think, why
No, the
are you
one at
here?
Melbourne ain't like that.
No, but that's down there where the riffraff is. We're up in where the hospitality is. Do you know what I mean? Like when you've got a bit.
I feel that we need to sort of caveat the pod. I don't even think we did a name introduction, did we?
No, don't tell them my name. Fuck that. What's that?
Are we going to do a name introduction? Or are we going to let you label it on the?
We already done that.
Did you?
I'm pretty sure we did.
No, we didn't.
I
but
don't
let's
think
not
we
talk
did.
about
I
that.
don't know.
It's the Only Fools and Racing podcast.
Yeah, but our
Yeah,
names.
we had that.
Oh no, we didn't do that,
Oh,
did
our
we?
names.
No.
People are going to know who we are. They're going to watch it.
These random.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to be like, who's this from?
Right, well, introductions. We'll start with the main man.
The one and
the main
only, the inimitable Mr. Marmite himself,
Yes, that's me.
Chris Hixy Hicks.
That's right. The legend.
What do you do
the one
around
and
here?
only. What do I do around here?
Yeah.
Well, I walk around and moan about the toilets quite a bit.
You start owl related.
Yeah, I'm just trying my hardest not to swear at the minute because I
You've
don't want
failed
to
that miserably at least 5 times.
I haven't. I haven't.
You have. It's all on video.
Have I?
Yeah.
And you've missed it. Well,
No,
that's-
no, I clocked that. Well, no.
Oh, that's it then. It don't fucking count now. That's it. Me, I just walk around taking the piss. I'm not liked very much by a lot of people because I'm just straight down the line and honest. If you're a knobhead, you're a knobhead. If you're a good lad, you're a good lad. If your race team's shit, your race team's shit. And if your race team's good, your race team's good. I'll tell you that. Most of them are shit. Mine's brilliant. That's about it, really.
So
That's
for
me.
context, Chris is owner of the XMT racing team.
Yep.
And then we've kind of already figured out who Zach is. So obviously Zach's our rider.
And this is, I'll introduce these two.
Here, go on.
This is Jeremy, he passed a flag to Top Rack.
Hey.
Yes. Wrote an article on him on the Bike magazine, was it the Bike?
Bike magazine.
Bike
Yeah.
magazine wrote an article on that. If you ever meet him, he will tell you that in the first 10 seconds of meeting him. Yes. He's got a laptop and
Mate, I will
3
die-
months ago on his laptop his screensaver was his children, now it's him giving the flag to Top Rack.
I will dine out on it for as long as necessary.
Go on, son. And then this is Khan. I won't tell you what his nickname is because he gets offended. he does all the
All things cameras.
medias, cameras. You dressed up as a copper, didn't you?
No, I did the technical inspection.
He did the technical inspection for Top Rack. And
Well,
yeah.
the celebration at Donington.
Yeah, not the actual technical inspection.
And he did the. Did he take the photo of you giving Top Rack the camera?
Yes, he did.
I did.
The flag.
Why
Yeah.
did you do that? Why didn't you just try and say, sorry, I had my lens cap on? Because that would have been absolutely hilarious.
I should have thought of that. I should have just sent him a blank picture and just gone, oh, cuz,
I'd have done
listen,
that.
I
I'd have definitely done that.
fucked it. Absolutely
I would have
fucked
killed him. Hang on.
Well, that's just me.
We've been interrupted here.
Oh, here's Flow Rider. Get your sent in.
Knocked on the wrong canvas door.
No, did you?
I did that as well.
Flow.
I did that as well.
Flow. Bloody hell. You just walk into the middle of our podcast.
It's all right.
It's alright, this is Flow, everybody. Yes, now Flo was actually with Zach at the minute. Well, he was earlier.
He's got that posh quagmire there.
Well, they was together earlier. Flo's had to go home and have a shower. And now she's come back again.
Zach's
Because there's no
funny
hot
shade
water in
of red
Zach's
over
van.
there.
Yeah, this is my first one.
Right, where were we? So we're doing intros.
Excuse me, can the audience please be quiet? We've got about 70 people sat there.
Well, I think we've done the intros.
Intros. So back to racing now.
Back to racing. So
We're
I guess
discussing
we're
favourite and
discussing
least
favourite and
favourite.
least favourites.
So why not Melbourne then?
What do you mean?
You said I think it was your least favourite corner.
My least favourite
Goddard's.
corner is Goddard's. My favourite is Melbourne.
But you said you didn't actually like the corner. It's more the
I
approach to the
I
corner.
don't like the corner, no.
So what is it about the corner you don't like?
It's just slow and it's not hard to get right because it's fairly easy to get right, but it's
So
just,
why don't you
pretty
get it
boring.
right,
It's just boring.
It's boring.
There's
Okay.
nothing to it. Like
Let's backtrack on that.
what?
If it's not hard to get right,
Yeah.
why don't you get it right then?
I get Melbourne right.
Ooh.
Didn't you get a long lap penalty there?
Yeah, because I got
There you
it.
go, you didn't get it right then, did you? Stop
because someone
lying! Tell the truth!
Someone got it my
Why?
way. He got it my way.
Oh, right, it's been somebody else's fault all the time. Prima donna rider. Go on, carry on. Anyway, I'll shut up, send me peace.
So yeah, it's just like it's not hard to get right. It's just proper slow.
Okay.
But like I say, I like the entry into it because you can get the bike to throw shapes. So
Nice.
that's it.
In general, how have you found this season?
The season's well. I think we all agree on the same thing. The season's been like pretty mediocre.
Okay.
Your dad don't agree with that.
I'm pretty sure we all agree with
Right. Do you agree with that?
No,
You think he's had a good season, don't
I
you?
think you've had a good season.
that. Nah, it's
Get away from your dad as quick as you can.
nah, it's not. It's not. We've had like
Glimpses of
glimpses
brilliance.
like sitting at Cadwell, but then I fucked that up.
No, you're
Sorry,
right.
that's
It's
all
all
right.
right. It's all right.
No,
You're right.
I'm 15 deep. You're all right.
Right. So obviously,
You were fourth.
yeah. So I was sitting in fourth at Cadwell, and I should have stayed in fourth, but I wanted to push on to catch Cooper.
No, you didn't. You didn't say that.
And that's what.
No, he didn't. What did he say he was pushing on for?
Oh right. Sorry.
Because you come out with a really good saying.
What did I
know what you
say?
mean.
He said, oh,
No, he had 2 seconds to fifth behind him, and he had 2 seconds to whoever was third
Yeah.
in front.
Yeah.
And he wanted to see if he could. I think, from what I remember,
Oh
I
no,
wasn't
that was
there.
it. You wanted to try and break into like a 136 or a
Yeah,
135.
That
something
yeah,
like
the
that.
lap time.
A lap
yeah.
time,
But obviously,
yeah.
in my head, I'm also still thinking these boys could come
No,
together.
no, but-
I needed to. I couldn't just let off. I needed to keep the gap at
don't
2
make
seconds.
excuses.
I did.
No,
No.
don't make excuses.
I needed to
No,
keep the gap.
you
there.
didn't.
Yes,
Don't
I
make
did.
excuses.
If they make any sort of mistake, then I'm right
If
there.
they make any sort of mistake, you could be like, you're 2 seconds behind.
Yeah.
You're on them. You was said to me,
Yeah,
I was
that's
just
what
trying
I mean.
to say, I felt like the boy. That's what he said, I felt like the boy on that bike.
Yeah, exactly. I was just
so
throwing
you
it.
tried to be a martyr and ended up looking like a tomato, didn't you? That's
I
what
did,
you
I
did.
did, I did,
Well, that's your
I did.
immaturity racecraft. You
Yeah.
should have brought it home, but no, you didn't, did you?
Oh, God.
Oh, there it
Yeah.
was.
So going back to what we were trying to say, I think mediocre is the wrong word.
No, but say the saying that you said when you come back.
What did I say? I think I said basically no one would have remembered the 135, but they would have remembered the fourth.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is true. By the time I'm not thinking that, I'm thinking, wow, I've got I've got this lap time easy here.
We've never raced at your level, but you take us onto a go-kart track
Yeah.
and we become super competitive.
Yeah,
So I
you
can
know how it
imagine.
is, yeah.
Like,
No, that's but that's different because when you're on a go-kart track, you're having a laugh. When he's out on the bike,
We're not though.
he's
Yeah,
right.
like, it's-
no, but
dead
it's different.
serious,
No,
yeah.
it's different because
it's fucking life or death when we go karting.
when he's out on the bike and he's in fourth, and he got a fifth at Thruxton the 2 weeks before that. 3 weeks
Starting
before
from
that,
the back, no
Started
less.
from the back, so he got a fifth. For him to come to Cadwell and get a fourth, that shows progress. As a sponsor, and you're watching, right? You are riding basically to keep your sponsors.
What you're saying is there's different responsibilities when you're doing it professionally.
100%, and he should have been professional with that and thought, right, I'm in fourth, I'm bringing this home in fourth. That's it, that's my points in the bag, my sponsors will be happy, I can roll into that paddock, the team will be buzzing because I've gone from fifth to fourth, the next round Donington will chuck it into third, and it shows progression, but instead, he wiped out again. And he's a bit of a crasher, bless him.
But let's not turn this into a Dig Out Zach podcast.
Yeah, everyone's
So,
just firing
for
shots at
context-
me.
Don't want to do a character assassination.
For
but-
context,
Why
you
not?
you only just turned 20 a couple of weeks ago, right, Zach?
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
So you're still young,
So you're a man now.
Yeah, correct.
maturing as a
do that
racer,
now,
learning your craft.
Yeah.
So, but these are all things that you know.
Yeah, as long as you
they're
learn from
experiences and you're learning from
As long as,
them.
as long as you learn from your mistakes.
and you go
that's
into
fine.
next season with these lessons already learned.
Yeah.
So talking of next season.
Let's talk about that pillar expert.
Oh,
Well,
What?
We're not naming names.
Why not?
because we already
you can't
spoke
do
about
that.
this.
We're not
at
getting
length
cancelled
before
before
we
we
rolling
even
the
started.
cameras.
Why can't you name names?
It's just not the done thing,
let
bro.
it go. Gotta let that one go.
All right. So back to next season. Well, you've obviously got some goals in your own mind.
Yeah.
What are we aiming for next season? What are we trying to achieve?
Are we saying it? Are we?
What? Saying what? No, I'll say names.
What?
Can't you?
No. What's happening next year? Can we say it now? Or we're leaving it?
We don't really know what's happening next year because it's weird because, like, you get to this stage of the season and you just get everybody blowing your phone up. Oh, what are you doing next year? Can we ride for you? Can we do this? Can we do that?
No, forget all of that. I'm talking about Zach's personal objective for, like, what am I aiming? What finishing where in the standings represents a good season for me next year.
What, Zach?
Yeah.
If he stays in sport bike, he's got to win it.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
On minimum, it's got to be for me a serious title tilt.
Yeah, he's got to win sport bike.
Like, it's got to go the whole way.
Because
If you don't
the
win
thing
it,
is-
it's got to be right up.
Because the thing is, right, Zach's ultimate dream, same as most riders in this paddock, is to end up in superbikes. That is his ultimate dream, right? But as you know, I've been involved with superbikes, and I've seen people with that dream come up to superbikes, naming, like, I can name these guys. I can name, like, Liam Delves, prime example, Jack Scott, Josh Owens even to a certain extent, and Joe Sheldon Shaw a bit as well, Louis Vallely. All these was sold a dream. Yeah, come up to superbikes. So they're all up there at superbikes. Paid what? Anywhere between £50,000 and £90,000 to ride these bikes, right? And the bikes they get on, they're not going to win nothing on them. Literally, they're not going to win anything on them. So it's like, you spend all that dough, and you cut your leg on that bike, and you go out on track, and if that superbike ends up in the points or has a good round, the team will go, we're a good team, we know what we're doing, us, fucking great, yes, yeah. They won't say rider's done a good job, but then if the bike doesn't finish in the points, or doesn't finish anywhere, it's always, rider's shit. You cannot win. You cannot win in them lower league superbike teams. So my guidance for Zach would be, if he's under my wing, would be to get into superbikes, you must get a free ride. So to get a free ride, you've got to win championships. Otherwise, if he doesn't, and he starts paying for a ride, his dad will be skint, his mum will be skint, the house will be remortgaged. I know that people's riders I know, people have sold the cars for it. Do you know what I mean? And after 12 rounds, you walk away in debt with absolutely nothing, and your career just blown to pieces.
At this stage, can I just say, the thoughts of Chris Hicks are not necessarily representative of the Only Focus and Racing podcast.
But when the cameras go off and the microphones are switched off, they all fucking agree with me.
Some hard truths, in all seriousness.
No, it's true.
Some people might not know this. Khan and I have been in this paddock for, it's our second year now, and we've had some eye-opening experiences. It's not all glitz and glamour. As fans looking in from the outside, once you're looking out from the inside, it is quite a lot different to what you'd expect.
Oh, it's a bowl full of sharks.
Oh, 100%.
They're all out just to take your money. Everybody in this paddock, more or less, just wants your dough. That's it.
Yeah, but you can't race without money, so.
Yep.
Well, don't have a team then. Don't have a
Of
team.
course, but it's I guess the off-track action is basically just as cutthroat as the action on track.
Well, no, because it's like this,
And I don't know
right?
if everyone who's watching it appreciates that.
But it's like this, yeah. I went out on a little bit of a mission to get some sponsorship to go into superbikes next year, but go in as a pathway bike, not superbikes, pathway, right? So I set off on a little bit of a mission, and I thought, and I did all the costings with you know, without naming names, people, and we worked out it's going to cost about 235 grand to be competitive for that year, right? That's what we worked it out as, 235 grand. But that was to buy the bike as well. Bike with data, with a bit of support from another flagship team in there, right? And the rider not paying, tyres, I mean, tyres are what? You're talking tyres, if you put in Spanish testing and stuff like that, you're talking 50 grand a year just on tyres.
Just tyres.
Just tyres. Just tyres. Do you know what I mean? So,
I'll tell you what, so viewers will be interested in this. Oh, hang on.
that's 50 quid, you know what I mean?
So let's break down the cost of your average sort of race weekend, because a lot of people watching might know the
What,
numbers.
superbikes?
No, XMT, sport bike.
Even at sport bike, but also just from our knowledge of what we know goes on in superbike as well. Because a lot of people would be interested
well,
to hear
obviously,
it.
I paid the bills. I paid all the invoices for a superbike team last year, and and just for the fact that you can run things through companies and save people money and stuff like that. So a tyre bill for one bike in Superbikes, without any testing from the 12 rounds that you do, you're talking 37 grand, 38, 39 grand, and the tyres have gone up now, so they're pushing into 40s.
And then what are you burning in a weekend in fuel?
Well, that depends.
Ever so roughly.
I'd say about 500-600 quid, something like that.
All right.
That's your fuel for the weekend.
Entry fees?
And then you've got, it's free entry fees for Superbikes, isn't it? But then you've got all your Motec costs, and that's not cheap. Because you have to buy the Motec and you pay a subscription, and you have to pay that monthly, or you can pay it yearly, which is massive. And then you've got, obviously,
When you say massive, what sort of numbers are we talking here?
Well, it's not cheap, and it depends who you are, really. So I don't want to say any numbers in case somebody says, well, how do they get it that cheap, or how do they get that expensive? Because it depends who you are as a team.
Finger in the air estimate.
A year, I'd say you're paying 10 grand a year for Motec support and stuff like that. Right, and then, I mean, this is frightening, this. I know, down there in that paddock, there's crew chiefs on like £600-700 a weekend. And like, you look at the teams and you think, if I was paying someone £600-700 a weekend to be my crew chief in Superbikes, and I want in top 6 every single round, you might as well just piss into that fire. Honestly, it's fucking ridiculous. And you think to yourself, you're not fucking worth nobody is. £600 for 3 fucking days. Are you on drugs or what? Just turn around to them all and say, fuck off. Because I guarantee you they'll come and work for free because they love motorbikes so much. Seriously. If you turn around to every single member of staff in this paddock and went, fuck off, I'm not paying anything. Come and work for me voluntary just because you enjoy bikes, and I'll buy you a bit of dinner. I'll maybe pay for a hotel for you for the weekend. They would all still come. I guarantee it, because they love motorbikes. Do you know what I mean? You've got Sandra on this council estate near me who can put in 60 hours a week. Do you know what I mean? At Peanut Butter Factory down the road, right? On 500 quid a week, where these clowns are fucking around with a laptop on 600 quid for a weekend. It's ridiculous. Absolutely fucking pointless and ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? So that's a massive cost. So they want the £600 a weekend, they want their hotels, they want their hospitality, they want all sorts. Honestly, anyone would think they were fucking Premier League football players the way they go on. You know what I mean? But it makes them feel important for the weekend, so that's what they thrive off. And that's why I know half people do it for free. That's why the lower teams, most of the staff they've got are all volunteers.
Yeah.
And they do it for free. They do it for the love of motorbikes. So them teams who don't buy the team's hospitality should throw in some hospitality. I mean, I throw in hospitality for you like every single round.
You do.
Because I feel like I owe it to you, because you turn up, you do a good job, and we have a crack and we have a laugh. But it's just ruthless. I feel sorry for some teams, and some teams I just think, you fucking idiots.
I have to admit, I didn't realise that even at BSB level,
Crash bang well.
That's my
He's
phone.
pissed.
there's no prize money apparently.
What was that?
My phone. Can I get it back?
Yeah, there's no prize money. But I assumed, and I've
a little bit.
well, I've heard it's basically nothing.
It is basically nothing. There's a little bit. The BMWs are on more money than the Superbike riders.
What do you mean?
Like prize money.
Oh, prize money? Yeah.
How does that work?
Well, you tell me.
BMW chucked a load of money into it, didn't they?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, what do you get for that? I think it's a grand. Is it a grand a race?
I don't think it's far off.
I don't think it's that. And then at the end of it, if you win it, you get a brand new bike.
They chuck your tyres as well.
Okay.
So probably, I think you get a set of tyres. I could be wrong. I think you get a set of tyres for winning the race.
But is that because they're
Obviously, you
investing
save
in
money
the
on that as
category,
well.
or is that just because otherwise no one would even bother competing
I'm not
in
sure.
it?
Well, you've got
probably
to-
a bit of both.
Well,
to be
probably a
fair.
bit of both, right?
I know, but the thing is with BMWs, you've got to admit, every time BMWs come out, everyone goes and gets a drink or goes to the toilet. BMWs are out, toilet break. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry.
But it's true though, isn't it?
It is.
It is,
Like,
honestly.
because it's probably, I would say, out of every category this weekend, it's the one that gets the least amount of interest and attention from fans.
Yeah.
Is the BMW. So they don't
Yeah.
look like sport bikes.
So what they do is,
they don't sound like sport
as soon as
bikes. so-
BMWs come out, go out, that's it. You're finished if you want an ice cream, because queue's massive. You know what I mean? And then all you hear people is going, £5 for an ice cream? Bloody £5 for an ice cream? Do you know what I mean? Because it is extortionate prices here at BSB for food and ice creams and drinks.
But do you not think, like, just segueing slightly, the lack of like financial incentive in this class, or even in this paddock, I'd say, because I was listening to, if I read something or listened to something that was like the Spanish Championship. One of the reasons the Spaniards are producing consistently top flight talent is because they have a really good infrastructure and they actually reward the junior categories as they come up financially. So it's like, all right, well, I want to get to the top level, and if I want to get there, I'm at least appreciated as I sort of go along the journey. Whereas if you're sort of like, and I just, going back to what you said, I can't understand why you'd want to dump tens of thousands of pounds into a, let's be honest, a nowhere ride at BSB level, just to be able to say, yeah, I've ridden BSB.
Yeah, but we've spoken about this before. I think that's just basically a punt where you say, I've managed to get myself up to BSB, I'm going to go out there, hopefully outperform the package that I've been given, and then hopefully land myself a free ride for next year. I'd imagine is the end goal with most of the people.
But then it's catch-22, because if you're starting at the sort of the lower end of BSB, and no disrespect to any of those teams, but relative to the top teams, you're at such a disadvantage. How are you supposed to sort of outperform at that level? It's
well,
just
you said
impossible.
to maybe outperform your teammate. Okay, if your teammate's bringing it in 18th every week and you're sticking it in 14th, 13th, then you're clearly outperforming what the package is. You know, you're finishing higher up than the package would normally allow you to finish, or something along those
But if you've got a free ride,
or if the bloke last year, on the same,
you just do it.
Yeah, that's then. You just there's minimum risk in terms of financial risk.
Exactly.
Then, because then you're not like sinking tens of thousands.
Exactly. It's like that's why I said to Zach, you've got to win championships to win BSB. You've got to. Otherwise, you'll never get there.
To be fair, some lady was speaking to me about this at Alton. I did an interview with her over Zoom. I think it was last week. I think it was last week.
Bit of a Zoom interview there, did you? Exactly right.
Yeah, I did. She was just speaking about obviously the way that BSB Championship works and how it differs and the costs and all that sort of stuff. And obviously, I think she was interviewing quite a few of us to. It's like she's a PhD or something.
Oh, she's doing it for like studies or something.
She's a what?
Okay.
She's a what?
PhD.
You mean she's doing a PhD?
I mean, she went to school.
She's got
She's got a PhD. Yeah.
Something that.
She did well at
She's
school.
a doctor in something. I think she said. I can't remember.
She's a PhD.
Yeah, for university. That's why she was doing it.
So you've been on blower then, have you? Talking to doctors?
Yeah.
Right. And on Zoom calls, talking to doctors?
Yeah. Too late.
Did she tell you to take your pants off or anything like that?
Yeah, at the end of the.
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah.
That's bad.
Right. So what was she saying then?
She said he's not very big, that. He needs to get over here and see it.
Right, luckily, none of that was on camera because we were changing batteries.
So.
Actually, before we turn on the battery on this one, we're doing fine. Okay, so.
Yeah, moving on from PhDs.
Yeah. So what was the upshot of all of that conversation then, Zach?
What was the what? Sorry.
What was the outcome of all of that conversation?
It was just like questions really. She's putting it all into a enclosed or like private documentary. So like my name's not mentioned or anything or any personal
So
details.
basically,
that I
then
give.
you're a grass. That's
A
what's
grass
happening
for
then.
what?
Like,
She said that she's asked.
So basically,
she
she's
said that
telling
she asked to do it.
She's saying to you, if BSB making you buy tyres from Prolin, you can't buy them anywhere else, and you're going, yeah. And then they're making you buy Motec and solar and all that, and you're going, yeah. And have you got to buy fuel off them as well, and you're going, yeah. And have you got to pay 20 quid for a burger, and you're going, yeah. You're a snide.
Why?
For sure. I'll tell you, but don't put my name in it. You're a snide.
Why?
Don't talk to me.
She's done it for loads of them. I don't get. Yeah, but she's doing like I don't know why she's doing it to raise awareness.
Has anyone seen
For
Mike
the
Bassett
BSB
England
product.
manager?
Brilliant film.
Where they've got that silhouette of that, when they're all the grassing Ricky Gervais up manager, and they've got that silhouette of
Not
who sat
Ricky
there.
Gervais.
No, not Ricky Gervais, sorry, Ricky Tomlinson.
Ricky Tomlinson.
Yeah, and like there's a black silhouette of a bloke sat there and he's going, and they're changing voices going, yeah, he's not got a lot of tactics, and that door opens and someone else will be going, any room for me? And that's what it'd been like on that vehicle. Then old Zachy in there and all these mates
get
going,
it.
yeah.
You don't know the film though.
I don't know what you're on
It's
about.
because it's before your time. That's why.
It's funny. Proper funny. Yeah, reminds me of myself sometimes. Anyway, carry on.
I forgot what we're on about now.
We were just talking about
you being the grass.
basically talking about the financial pitfalls of, I think, competing at this level.
Yeah.
Which, you know, like I said, when you're looking out.
So how much of a step up is it then for people? Because there'll probably be a lot of people that are watching this and listening to this that have maybe raced at club level, or maybe haven't. What's the kind of the jump up in cost and commitment and everything else to go from club level racing to going to like a national championship?
I think I'd say it's fairly the same, but obviously you've just got
It's not.
you've just got a lot more.
It's not the same.
What's the word? You just said it then. I forgot the words. My mind's gone blank. The commitment.
Right,
Yeah, just obviously a lot more commitment.
No, it's not. It's not.
The costs are very similar though. Do you not think? Why?
No. Because right. So how much have you paid entries this year for sport bike?
I think they're about $4,000.
$4,000,
Yeah.
right? And then when you go to like places like club racing,
Yeah.
the tyres will last a lot longer than what you use them at, and they'll go out and they'll get scrubs off everybody, so the tyre bill's not as big.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
but
mean?
that's what I mean. Like, depends how serious you take
They'll go
it.
to a petrol station and buy their own fuel.
Yeah, but you
which
could
is
do.
cheaper.
You could.
You
Yeah,
can't do that here.
that's true. What I mean
You can't
is,
do that here.
you could do
Like,
that with
your
tyres
bike,
at DSB.
Your bike, how much do you have to pay for your dash and all your stuff?
Oh yeah, that's about another $4,000. Yeah.
Exactly, you ain't got to do that with that.
Yeah,
So
there
it's
is
like,
that, yeah.
I reckon the club racing is. We'll talk to Benny next year because he's club racing.
Oh, mate, that was savage.
I'm only joking, Benny. I love you, really. No, but you can't compare club racing to any league here. You can't. It's a lot more expensive here to do this.
So compared costs, how much more competitive does it get?
Oh,
Oh,
massive.
miles.
Like in terms of difficulty competing at club
Miles-
level versus coming up
miles
to
and
sport bike.
Well, I mean, what was I doing start of the year? I think I was doing 36 fives round here,
Okay.
and I was smoking absolutely everyone. And this was a no limits round.
Right.
And then I come to BSB doing the same times. I've done the same times. I've done a 36.6 today. It's been my best, and I ended up 10th. So it just shows you there. And the fastest were obviously Columbia put in a 34.9. Did you say? Yeah, 34.9.
So at this level, basically, the front runners are what, 3 seconds a lap, 4 seconds a lap up on club level.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's just and it's a lot closer. Obviously, up front, the times are a lot closer.
And the spread across the field will be
yeah.
a lot tighter.
Yeah.
So it's a big jump up.
Massive. Yeah, massive.
Yeah, massive.
Have you found it as a class, having come from, I think you did what, the 400s,
Yeah.
and then you did stock 600, I believe, which is
Yeah,
technically a
400.
faster bike.
Yeah.
So have you found that sort of that progression, and in a way it's kind of a step down performance-wise?
Yeah.
Have you found that?
It was nice, to be fair. The Aprilia was loads nicer to ride.
Right.
I didn't really get on with that 60. I wasn't really a believer or in thinking, the bike doesn't really suit you.
Who built your Aprilia?
We pretty much built it, didn't we?
What company did you use to build it?
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Look at the grin on his face.
It was Merlin Contract Interiors.
Well, they built my wardrobes at home.
Nah, yeah, they built
Wardrobes,
the
by
bike
way.
as well.
Want a wardrobe? Merlin's the one to
They built the bike as well.
Yeah, but who built your bike?
We built the bike.
I thought you
Someone
built it
took
built.
some parts off the bike.
Who?
GP race products.
Oh, that's one of your little sponsors, isn't it?
Yeah.
How'd you find them?
How did we come across Ben?
What are you doing?
How'd you find them?
I don't know. I think probably spoke around. Well, I think we looked at different packages,
just
didn't
answer
we?
the
for the
question in a
Aprilia and
sentence.
that.
How did you find them?
I don't know. Probably maybe Facebook. I don't
No,
know.
not find them like that. It's a fucking hell, man. Like playing hide and seek. How'd you find them to work with? How'd you find them as a
Oh
company?
yeah, Ben's sound. I get along with Ben. He's
Oh, yeah?
sound. Yeah, he always checks up on me and that. He's sound.
Good lad.
Oh God, mate, seriously.
Can we not get cancelled on episode 1?
Yeah,
What do you
we
mean?
really want to try and build up like a viewer followership, and it's not going to happen if we get like 2 episodes and everyone's like, no, can't have that.
Who? Who cancels it?
Well,
People who are perennially offended.
which
Or looking
is
to
If
be
anybody's
offended.
offended from listening to this, then blame your parents for raising such a pussy.
There you have it, folks.
There you go. Turn off.
brought to you by
Fucking hell,
Christopher.
turn off. Go and put CNN on. Right,
CNN?
CNN, yeah.
Random. Very random.
So carry on anyway. Yeah, let's talk about sponsors because they're important.
Very important.
Very important. So let's give a little shout out to Orangey. Brilliant sponsors. Always been there for us this year. Saved our bacon numerous times.
Jack's a top man.
Just-
Even though
yeah.
you know him a lot better, and I don't know him that well.
He can't
he's-
drink, but he's good at looking after you if you're pissed. Yeah. I had a good laugh with him. I'll tell you when I first, he was a bit bad because I felt a bit embarrassed the next day because I'll tell you a little story about Orangey, but I didn't really know Jack very well, that much. And I went up to Knockhill and Jack's dad was there, Richard, he's another sound guy. Like, you know when you meet people and they're like, kind of like, straight away, they're just kind of like the same as you. Well, they're exactly like that. And so we all went out for a curry together. There was me, there was Jack, there was Jack's dad, there was John and Jackie from Cheshire Mouldings, Liam Dells and his dad. Yeah, it's funny, it was a good laugh. And so we went to this curry anyway, went to into this Indian, right? And everything in there was just spicy as fuck. Everything.
And an Indian?
You know, but honestly, even the naan breads were like fucking red hot. Like everyone's just sat in there, just sweating buckets, and it were like you walk in, everyone's just like red faced, like fucking nose dribbling in the drink. You're like fucking hell. So anyway, everyone had something to eat. I had a chicken coma and it burned me fucking face off, right? And went outside, and after and within 10-15 minutes, everybody needed a shit. Right, this is God's honest truth, yeah. Everybody needed a shit, right? So he goes into this cocktail bar, and I'm at the bar going, yeah, I'll have 16 fucking Jaeger bombs and I'll have 7 fucking shots of that. So we're all getting tanked up. And I'm thinking, fucking, I need a shit. So I go to the toilet, I'm sitting on the toilet having this fucking shit. No fucking toilet roll. I was fucking wounded, right?
License sponsor for me.
Fucking wounded. I thought, what the fuck am I going to do? And I had a pair of Giorgio Armani socks on, right? So I took one of my socks off and I wiped my arse.
Come on, man, seriously.
And I goes back to the fucking table and I sit so out and across my leg and Jack goes, where's your sock gone? Because I had like a white bit because of my fucking floor, my tan line. I was like that. I went, I went to the toilet and had a shit and then when I went to the toilet so I had to wipe my arse and my sock and that were it. Everybody were fucking crying with laughter. It was like fucking, oh mate, it was fucking so embarrassing. And then obviously it's
So why not divulge it on a podcast for everybody, the whole
but it was
world
funny.
to know about?
But you know something? It broke the ice. And look, Orangey sponsor us now because I wiped my arse on a sock.
New lesson for
Is this
everybody.
like as a
Nothing to
direct
do with
result?
it. All the bike. They just liked the fact that I improvised and used my own crash protection on my rear end when I had a fucking red hot curry.
So if you're after any advice on icebreakers, always
There you
have
go.
a spare sock.
Yeah. Crash protection, Orangey.
But everyone loves a poo story.
Yeah.
Everyone
Do
loves
they?
a poo
I won't
story.
tell you about one I was on the train. Let's move on.
Save that for
And
episode
the other
2.
one, you've got Mansfield Caravans, haven't you?
Yeah, Mansfield Caravan.
He's a good kid.
Big part of my racing. Massive.
Yeah, he's a good lad. Spent some time with Nick today. If you ever want a caravan, Mansfield Caravans.
Sticking with sponsors, but talking about heading back to what we were talking about earlier today. Like I was discussing with Louis, if you're at a lower end team,
Louis Villelli.
yeah,
Yeah.
what's in it for a sponsor who's going to put in thousands of pounds in a year, but you're basically so associated with a bike just trundling around the back? Like, I wouldn't want my company associated with anything like that. If I was a company boss, why am I going to give somebody, unless I really like that person individually for him or her, why would I give 50, 60 grand to have my bike on the side, my brand on the side of a bike just trundling around at the back? Like, I want my company to be associated with success. So what's in it for sponsors? That's what I've never understood about this game.
I guess I reckon sponsors like the like obviously the free tickets, getting the hospitality and being involved in a team. Obviously, I don't think whatever sponsors they did have, I can't imagine them being fully interested for next year unless they sell them some bullshit story.
And I do get that
Do you know what I
there's a
mean?
tax write-off element to it as well.
Yeah, I don't think that's really that beneficial for companies though. You know, for the marketing.
So
side of things.
what you're essentially saying is, they kind of like racing, they like the paddock atmosphere, and they're
You
just
just
doing
want
it
to be
pretty
involved.
much for the
Like,
crack.
Look, there's a lot of people.
Sort
There's a lot of
But it
business people
depends.
that will have
Yeah,
a box at a
it
football
depends
club.
what
I'll tell
it
you
depends the company and the person. Like no, everyone wants something different probably. Like some of my sponsors, they enjoy the racing. I mean, like Mansfield Caravans.
You've got a sponsor, haven't you? That's
Which one?
It's just a selfish sponsor just for you.
Which one?
You've got a takeaway on your bike that just gives you a free fucking kebab on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? So here I am ploughing thousands of pounds into something, right?
Yeah, they
while
do
you're
a nice
toddling off on a
burger,
fucking Saturday to get a free kebab.
Yeah, they do some proper nice chips though.
Well, I've never tasted them because I mean, well, they're only fucking 20 miles out there. Right, you won't get some
This
chips.
sounds like Turkish things.
It's true.
And as a Turk, I can
and he's
say
in a
that.
prime position on bike as well. And you think it's really important. He says, yeah, but I do it for my community. No, you do it for a fucking free kebab on
That is
Saturday night.
community.
It's not community, it's for you.
Are they Turks though?
No,
I think
no,
I think
they're not.
might
Wait,
be. I'm not
wait,
You haven't mentioned him yet.
wait.
sure.
They're not. I'll tell you what they are. These two are Turks. The Greek.
How do you know the Greek?
Okay.
100%.
How? How would you know that?
Because these are two Turks and they'll be there anyways, so let's just roll with it. The Cypriots. The Greek Cypriots.
Hassan, where's the name Hassan from?
Kurdish.
Hassan is a Turkish name.
Right, it must be Turkish then.
What?
Hassan is
Oh,
not
there
a
you go.
Greek
There
name.
goes your theory.
That's Turkish.
Hassan Dursun. That's his name.
Yeah.
Their son.
Listen,
Yeah,
that's
so
bad that you
something
actually know his full name.
Why?
He's a
You've
sponsor,
just,
why wouldn't he?
you've just disclosed that now on camera.
So it could be
He's
that.
my mate.
Oh, there you are.
He's not your mate, you called him a fucking wanker a couple of days ago. So you went round for a kebab and it was shut.
Don't even do
You
kebab.
just get that sticker off that bike. Went round for a kebab and it was
Nah,
shut.
he does some nice burgers.
Yeah, we wouldn't know.
Yeah,
We wouldn't know.
can
So,
come and get
so
some, it's
basically,
all
what
right.
we're doing is here, we're taking a greasy spoon takeaway to the top with us just because he gets a free fucking kebab. Do you know what I mean?
There goes his sponsorship for
Yeah,
next
great.
year.
that's it.
That's your fucking kebab's gone.
Right. He's gone for next year.
That's alright then. No, I'm only joking. Does he do good Turkish delight then if he's a Turk or what?
No.
So hang on a minute, so he's a Turk and he don't make kebabs? Well, that was your signature, kebabs.
That is our signature.
He don't make kebabs, he's not a fucking Turk then.
Nah, he
We
does
just
that.
said kebab.
No, he don't do any kebab. He don't do kebabs.
See?
I'm
said that
confused.
It's called Hungrilla. I think they've got a couple in London.
Right.
They've got one in Nottingham now. In fact,
So he's just
So it's nationwide, and all we're getting is a fucking free kebab. Tap that fucker up for some more money.
So the
Jesus
Nottingham one's
Christ,
on the road
I'm
to
really
there,
a
then
fucking
there's one in
job, man,
Mansfield
what?
Road.
Weren't you 2 minutes ago saying everyone in this paddock just wants your money?
What?
Tapping up for some more money.
Oh, he's got you there.
The guy is buying Chinese radiators from eBay. What's going on? Swap the kebab for a radiator. We don't want cash, we want product.
Yeah.
Product. We can't rely on
Kebab.
Right, so we'll take the radio out and we'll just sort of take the kebab there and see what happens. Okay, I'll take it.
Powered by kebabs.
So, we've got a sponsor who is a Turk who doesn't make kebabs.
Performance though, because like, you know.
But I wanted to know, but let's go back to the kebabs.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Performance.
But haven't we ascertained that they don't do kebabs?
listen, because I know that it's
don't do
bothering Jem
kebabs.
that they don't make kebabs. Because he swears that the Turks always make really good kebabs.
No, I'm just-
So, come on.
I thought. I know it's a burger joint, but I thought that was just
We're
their
getting
main
well
thing,
off topic here. by
and
the
they
way.
could be making other foods.
I'm pretty sure they don't do kebabs. I've been in there a
That's
fair
fine.
few
No,
times.
I'm not saying he has to do
Yeah,
kebabs,
But
but
you should do them.
no.
Why?
If you don't know, it's red meat. Ultimately, it's all good.
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
No,
So
but
back
you
to
were
racing.
saying Turks make fucking
Back to the
kebabs.
racing. Back to the
Well, let's
racing.
talk about racing kebabs for a minute.
Well, look, there are performance advantages because if you have a dodgy kebab the night before and you get the shits, you've lost 2 kilos before the start of the race.
Yeah.
That could be worth a couple temps.
What are the sponsors we got?
Well, it's you should know.
Anyone you want to shout out?
Who's your title sponsor?
Extra mile travel.
Hey, what a fucking company that bad boy is. I'll tell you that they don't fuck about. If you need extra mile transport, only company in the country that's not a drop shift will 100% attendance, do 8-6 shifts a week. Thank you very much, goodbye. Right, let's move on. You've got, what else you got?
So how did right? Let's talk about how did Zach Shelton and XMT Racing or XMT Transport come together?
Have you seen
Let's
that film,
tell that
Oliver?
story.
Oliver Twist?
Yeah,
Did you hear what he just said?
What?
He asked you a question.
Yeah.
he was telling, and he's giving the answer. If you,
He's taking a run up. Okay.
yeah, if you shut up for 2 seconds,
exactly.
we'll find
Well,
out the answer.
Right, well, picture Oliver Twist, yeah, but in 2023.
Right.
So I'm walking around. I'm not Mr. Bumble, but I'm like looking in as a kind of Mr. Bumble, but Mr. Bumble's. I'm not Mr. Bumble, right? So I'm looking in. He's like little Zach down. He's walking around getting whipped as he's walking around. And he's got little rags on. And then it's dinner time, and he pulls that little straw, and it's the wrong straw. And then he goes and asks for some more. He don't get fuck all, and he gets put down a cellar. Well, I like. You know, when he went to London, I'm kind of like the Artful Dodger. I can't say, yeah, alright, yeah, do you want a bit of food, a bit of somewhere to sleep? Get yourself in here with me, son. But it's like new age now, so there's no Fagin involved. I've just moulded him and I'm sorting him out.
Shall we ask
So
that
he's gone from a homeless
because we're not going to get any sense
workhouse boy to now
How much of that was
sipping
This is a
champagne.
very elaborate analogy.
Sipping champagne under the stars.
A very elaborate
with
analogy.
Flow Rider there.
We're going to take Chris's mic
Who
off.
walked across the camera.
Zach, you tell us the story, Zach. How
think it
How
was.
did it happen?
I think it was out of pity, really.
No.
Don't validate it.
He seen
No,
me,
it was.
saw me
No,
at
God's
Cadwell.
honest truth.
Tell him the Cadwell stuff. I'll let
No,
you
God's
tell the
honest truth.
Cadwell
No, God's
story.
honest truth, right? I did like. I used to come round to because I used to sponsor a rider that was riding out of their awning when I was with Superbikes. I used to chuck him a little crumb because he was like, you know what I mean? He'd say, oh, have a little crumb, have a little. So I used to flick him a crumb now and then, right? And like, so I used to go around to the awning and see him, and I just thought he was a bit of a. I thought he was a bit on the spectrum to start with because he used to just hide away and. Like, every time he saw me, he'd like be on his phone like that. And I think, yeah, he's a bit
This
weird.
is not going to be a sponsored podcast.
That's all.
No, but you know.
At no point were you
no.
getting monetised.
No, but you know, like when you go around and you see and you meet people for the first time and you've got like somebody sat there like that, you just think, yeah, he's a bit weird. So I just thought he was a little bit weird to start with, right? But you did used to do that though. You never used to like. You wasn't very receptive, was you?
I think I tried to. You just used to scare me, I think.
What?
You used to speak to Benny, I'd probably say hello to you, but you just look like angry all the time, so.
I was sponsoring a superbike team that was fucking coming last every round. What do you expect me to be happy? Anyway, so then I like used to. I used to keep my eye on him a little bit, and sometimes I used to think, fucking hell, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. But then he'd do stupid shit, and I think, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? Like, I was out mountain one day at fucking Cadwell, and I thought, and I was keeping my eye on him, and he come over the fucking mountain, and he's fucking on the balls of wind like that. I said to me, Benny, he ain't got a fucking steering damper on. Benny went, I know. I went, he's at Cadwell Park. I said, he's going to fucking come off. And Benny went, yeah, he probably will. 2 laps later. Number 17, rider fallen, rider okay. I thought, fucking crashed his bike. So I just thought, I need to help this kid out. I'll give him a chance. You know what I mean?
Is that genuinely it?
That
God's
is the
Wow.
true story.
God's honest truth.
So this would have been 2023.
Yeah, but we did actually have a steering damper on, but I just turned it all the way loose, so it was free.
He does these kind of things.
Right, and why
Like,
did
he does
you do
these
that?
kind of things all the time. Like, this is the first year I'm having with Zach.
Was
And
this
I'm
advice
starting
from
to, and I'm starting to
from an
real.
expert on Aprilia?
No, I'm starting to realise, yeah, that he does weird shit sometimes. Like, you'll be talking to him in a conversation and he'll just literally be fucking weird. like example, at Alton Park, yeah? You come in and you,
Dave,
No.
you can't see him off screen.
no, but listen, you come in, right, and we're there going, how's bike feel, how's bike feel, what's going on, what's this, what's that, how's it feeling, is it alright, do you want to do a track map? And he took his helmet off and went, I need an haircut.
Who's done this, Zach?
Yeah, he goes, I need an haircut. I was like, what? So you going to do a track map right now? Nah, I think I need an haircut. I was like, what the fuck are you on
That is
about?
random.
And then he got in his car, fucked off and had an haircut, come back.
You actually went and got the haircut?
He went and got an haircut.
Oh wow.
Listen, he went and got an haircut, come back, went fucking slower. I'm only joking. He didn't make him faster, so he knows what he wants, but it's just weird. Like,
That is.
Was you anticipating
weird.
coming on the podium that weekend or something?
No, it wasn't that.
Because you don't want to turn up on the podium with a shit haircut, to be fair.
There is that, and when I have my helmet on and I've got the sides along, so I'm used to them always being short, it just does my head in, and I can feel it rubbing in my helmet. And then when I take my helmet off, it just feels like all my hair's wet at the side.
Oh,
I've
makes
been
sense.
sweating it, I just hate it, so I always go get a trim.
Makes sense.
Yeah, do just weird shit like that.
Which begs the question: why didn't you just get the trim before the round?
I don't think I had time.
Like, I'll be at home,
I don't know.
I'll be at home, like, these are other weird things he does, like, I'll be at home, and it'll be like, fucking, like, the other day, like 9 o'clock at night, and my phone ringing, and I go, what the fuck's he want? Is this going to cost me some money, this phone? Fuck it. Hello. Alright. What's up with you? No. What's up then? Just ringing to see how you are. I was like, fuck off, what do you want? No, there was something I needed to tell you, but I forgot all about it.
No, you can't say
I need to tell you. What? He went,
Are you going to out him here?
no, I'm going to tell you,
We're
yeah.
going to have to. I think we're going to have to cut most of it.
And he's like, no, I won't do that to you. We'll save that for number 2 podcast when he's not here. Well, I won't tell it to you.
He's not here.
I'll say, well, when he's not
On
here.
that front, how are we doing for time?
Can someone near the camera tell us how long that one's been rolling for?
54 minutes.
I think that's.
We'll roll for another 15, 20.
No, I think an hour is like the
Who
perfect.
made you king?
We'll get into the pinnacle.
Relax.
We'll get into the fucking pinnacle.
I'm only winding you up.
No, because we can leave it on a cliffhanger. Like,
No, I
you
won't.
know.
Oh, yeah, can we have the EastEnders music coming at the end? Like that. What he said to me was,
Right, we'll come back to that story
funny, that.
episode too. Was
I
there
won't do
anything,
that to you.
was there
it's
anything that
great.
anyone
Don't
particularly
lie
wanted
me.
to cover
Yeah,
this
it's
week?
funny.
cover. No, not really. We've said enough, really, haven't we? That,
Yeah, we've flitted from subject to subject.
yeah, that superbikes, unless you're getting a free ride, it's not really worth it, in my opinion. These are all my opinions, by the way, and everyone's entitled to an opinion. So if I've offended
Opinions.
anybody, I'd like to take the opportunity to not apologise because I'm entitled to my own opinion. So, yeah, like, my opinion is if you want a superbike ride, work hard at it, win championships, and get that free ride. Do you know what I mean? And my opinions of that kind of thing is just strong because I've seen too many riders now. They just they come into superbikes with a spring in the step and they just leave under a cloud of depression, never wanted to ride again. So,
Right, so for next season then, without giving anything away, obviously Zach's on board for next season.
yeah, he's on board for next season, but we don't know what we're doing yet, manufacturer-wise.
We don't have to announce anything here today.
We don't
But
have to
in
announce
terms of
anything today, but we
classes,
don't-
we're looking-
no, well,
let's talk about some of the plans in terms of expanding XMT for next year.
Well, we're looking for a second rider. We're going to get another bike. We don't know what class it's going to be in yet. We've got options, and the good thing about it is, even though people listening might think I'm a bit of a dickhead and a prick, the good thing about it is we've had a lot of riders. Well, because you two are part of our team as well, like it or not. We've had a lot of riders, as you know, approach us, and good quality riders as well. Not nobodies, not idiots. Good quality riders have approached us and said, "Can we ride with you next year? What are you doing? What's your plans?" And the first thing I say is, "What the fuck do you want to ride with us for?" Because you've got to have something about you to stay in an order with us, haven't you? They're like, "Oh well, it's fun. It's different. It's just a laugh." Because we are always laughing, aren't we? There's not a day goes by that we're not cruising.
Maybe we should, on that front, rather than wrap it up, we got to go into Owlgate, I reckon, because that really did blow up, like more than any of us.
Yeah, I'll probably have to
could
touch
have
on that a
imagined.
little bit.
Yeah,
Because this is the direct follow-up. I think. I feel this is
no,
the,
but I tell you what, Owlgate happened after the haircut.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he did.
what's the
did.
what's the relevance of that though?
Yeah.
Because he went slower after his haircut.
I didn't. I went faster.
Not the next session you didn't, you went slower because you didn't finish the next session, did you?
Oh yeah. Warm up though. That night.
What, around the paddock?
No, warm up that night.
Yeah, so what happened was he
So
went out.
you put a little spoof post up, which
I still feel
Which
that's
got a
got
lot
to be
more
elaborated on because some people are still not getting
Oh,
it.
mate.
can we let's just put
It's-
some clarity out there for everyone.
We've had every single brownie in the country after our blood.
Like, I don't understand, like, some people's sense of, or complete lack of sense of irony or humour. It's like the Top Ruck thing when he won
So
at Donington.
let's rewind one step back.
Yeah.
So, Chris, you've put like a tongue-in-cheek, a clearly very satire poster.
As I
about-
went out and we had a problem with the bike, an electrical problem. I won't bore you into that problem, but The guy who built Zach's bike didn't build it very well. So we won't go into that. So what happened was, every time he tipped right, his bike cut out. So he kept coming in and he didn't set a lap for qualifying. And if you don't set a lap at qualifying, you effectively get disqualified and you get put back of the grid. So he kept going out doing an out lap and tipping right to go around the corners. The bike was cutting out, so he kept coming back in again without going over the finish line. Because, same as Zach said, if he'd carried on going and trying to get to pace, the riders behind him would have ended up fucking crashing into him. So he did the right thing and kept coming in. So we kept trying little different things. We had all different things we were trying to do, and he'd go out and come out.
Problems, and then you
so it's problems. So he came in, and then it was like, I can't put another fucking post up of, electrical problem with the bike, like the norm that you do when racing. So I just put, Zach was disqualified because he was riding down the track, and effectively a barn owl was in the middle of the track. And it flew up, and Zach purposely headbutted the owl and got disqualified because the RSPCA saw it on telly, emailed BSB and disqualified him. Well, that was it. It went fucking viral, it went everywhere. And
But
people would...
importantly, sorry to cut you off, you did put at the end, oh, and by the way, we had an electrical fault. So anyone from me that has a sense of irony and a bit of intellect goes, all right, yeah, so he's just basically playing silly buggers here.
I was hated. There's people tagging the police in it, people tagging RSPB
No, you tagged the police in it.
Yeah. But that was funny.
Mate, you're slimy. You are slimy.
No, that was
slimy.
But the number of people who didn't realise that that's supposed to be a wind-up and actually bought it was shocking.
It was shared all over.
A lot of people shouldn't be anywhere near the internet for their own safety.
Enough internet for today.
And what would a barn owl be doing at 2 o'clock on a sunny day, sat at Alton Park track, eating tarmac?
How many followers did that get us on the?
Oh,
on the
mate, we
XNT
went to bed that night with 200 and something like 3 followers. We woke up the next morning, we had near 400.
Yeah, there's quite a few.
It was quite a few.
But everyone was talking about it.
Everyone.
And it was getting shared on some quite big pages.
It was on Track Day Addicts, No Limits shared it.
Even the marshals come down, didn't they?
Oh, there's people all weekend long coming up to us and going, "Oh, that post was brilliant."
Even the marshals come down and went, "What happened with this owl then?" I was like, "For fuck's sake, it was a joke. It was a wind-up."
But you really went to town with that, and like the following posts, finding pictures of owls.
Oh,
Like Zach holding the owl.
No, because I tell you what, no, being honest and being serious now, you could see, because he was getting a lot of jip, and it was pissing you off in the end.
No, it was funny to start off with, and then it was just doing my head in.
He had like people like Just Oil, but the owl version threatening to come and fucking kill him and all sorts.
No,
honestly, there was people.
Were you getting DMs?
Nah, they weren't
There were
threatening
people
to kill me.
fuming with him.
Yeah, they were fuming.
Fuming.
Just telling me that. I forgot what one of them said now. There was some bloke, he said...
I hope you fucking crash it next race, you fucking wanker. And you're like, "Geez, range one, yeah, well, that poor little owl." So I then put a post on and said, "Look, I'd like to announce that that Zach Shelton did not headbutt an owl yesterday.
But it was a hell of a left hook.
But it was a really good left hook and he smashed the owl's face. Broke his cheekbone." And then I put a picture of somebody with some gloves on holding a crippled owl, a real one, yeah? Right, like that. I said, "But the owl's making a good going, owl like that with its eyes shut like that." Right.
Been taken down to the vet at the medical centre.
And I swear to God, everybody believed it again.
I know.
That poor owl. I hope he makes a good recovery. And I'm thinking, the fuck? What the?
No sense of irony. No
So
sense
anyway,
of
so now
irony.
it's known as Owlton Park.
That was excellent. That was
Brilliant
excellent. Really good. Really
And that
good.
was our contribution to the last round. Alton Park, I love it. And I think that was trending at one point, but yeah.
That was funny.
But it's not unique to the BSB paddock, is it? Top Ruck one at Donington.
Oh,
They
yeah.
did the police celebration, and there was
Mostly,
mostly Turkish fans writing in Turkish going, "What right have the police got to stop him and give him?" I'm like,
So for
What?
people that didn't watch, so the Donington round of World Superbikes, you lot both know that what happened on that round.
Give him a flag.
Jem giving the flag. But that was on the Sunday, wasn't it? On the
Yeah.
on the Saturday. I think at the end of race one, we did like a sort of a bit of a. Although I don't think he knew about it, but it was like similar to the Rossi celebration from a while ago, where he got a fake speeding ticket, and then there was people in the comments that actually thought he got a speeding ticket, and then there was another one on the Sunday when we did sorry, not on the Sunday, it wasn't.
It was Sunday. The fake technical inspection.
The fake technical inspection, where I was supposed to be like this FIM guy sitting there with a GoPro strapped to my chest of all things, with a clip pad, and then like an inspection passed written in a felt tip pen on the back of a bit of masking tape, sticking it onto the back of his bike. And there was people in the comments going, "These lot just can't let him win in peace, can they? They got to find some reason." And I was just like, "Oh God, you actually..."
Mate, the internet is a horrible place. It really is.
Because technical inspections take place
out the worst in
at the bottom of an old hairpin with a cardboard handwritten sign attached to a flipping camera tripod.
People like that don't even watch it.
No, they haven't watched the race. They probably haven't even watched the whole clip.
Because what we had was he had his tripod, and what we did was we improvised just with a bit of cardboard, felt tip pen, or like a marker, technical inspection, and somebody was going like they need to like improve their like quality of props. I'm like, are you for real? The quality of the props are just props. That's all. We're not out here making movies. You know what I mean? Like,
but yeah, anyway, so the internet's a weird place and it's full of weird people.
No, but it's funny though.
It's funny.
The internet is funny. Like, it's just, I love it. It's hilarious. I love it.
No, I don't think there's enough of that in the BSB paddock. It takes itself too seriously, the BSB paddock.
That's why we do things differently. We XMT Racing Facebook. We have such a laugh. Like, if anybody's arguing owning, as you've seen, straight away after start filming.
Because you never see like any of the front runners doing like any kind of a celebration with the crowd or even a celebration by themselves.
It's predictable.
No one gets handed a flag. It's all a bit. It's a bit sterile.
So what happens is on a Monday, it's race week, and there's a little picture there on bike, and you know what I mean. And then it's a wheelie Wednesday on a Wednesday. Then on Thursday it's funny time, so it'd be all late wheelie Wednesday. It's funny time, and then it's
no, that's throwback Thursday usually.
Oh yeah, throwback Thursday. Then it's what is it Friday? What's Friday?
Friday. Well, if it's a week, if it's a race week, then Friday is just not going to be anything. But
whatever it is, it's basically the same formula.
Then it's report race 1, report race 2, and then that's it. And then it's, are you missing racing yet?
Yeah.
That's another one. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, slow news days.
Just taking the piss. That's all it is.
But the sport needs a bit of personality. It needs like celebrations with the fans. It needs
us. And there you have it, folks. You need us.
It does.
You need us.
Or more specifically, you need Chris.
You need to like and subscribe.
You just speak to us. We're there for you. See? Got people outside now nicking the car. And we're just out here doing nothing about it. Look how chilled we are. Man, wasn't scripted.
And on that bombshell, I think we can wrap up for now.
That's it.
Until the next one.
Thanks for watching.
Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks until Brands?
2 weeks.
Is it 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay.
Right.